This program was produced by Lenape District Television.
Today calls for overcast weather, but the competition is anything but here at Seneca High School as we're about to watch the Cherry Hill East Cougars take on the Seneca Golden Eagles in varsity field hockey action. And as always, a great big how you doing? From the announcer's perspective, it's Jack Watson and Joe Malagrana. What do you see in this one, Joe?
Well, on paper, you think the Golden Eagles would have an edge. They're coming in with a better record of 4-2. Cougars are coming in with 1-4. Of course, the Eagles are home. But both coaches at this point are very pleased with the play of both their teams. I know Coach Scharf from Cherry Hill East said that their goalkeeping has been keeping them in games, and if the game is close, it could be anybody's ball game.
Anybody's ball game indeed, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Today's game on LDTV Sports, sponsored by Deborah Heart and Lung Center, where experience matters. 800-555-1990. www.deborah.org. Cherry Hill Nissan, home of the friendly Nissan Giant. On the web at cherryhillnissan.com. Philadelphia Wholesale Produce Market. All the best, all right here. 215-336-3003 or on the web at www.pwpm.net. Comegno Law Group, specializing in general and special education law, representing individuals, families, public boards of education, and independent schools. 888-313-IDEA or ComegnoLaw.com. Wilmore School of Gymnastics, where every child is special. In Mount Laurel, 856-234-5292. And in Medford, 609-654-9337. Medford Village Car Care, serving the area's car care needs for 30 years. Located at 11 North Main Street in Medford, 609-654-4023. For information on how your business can become a sponsor of LDTV Sports, contact Joe Malagrana, LDTV Underwriting Manager, at 609-268-2000, extension 8680, or by email jmalagrana@lrhsd.org.
Welcome back to our LDTV Sports telecast of the Seneca Golden Eagles and the Cherry Hill East Cougars in varsity field hockey action. And as we can see at midfield there, we've got our captains negotiating a little bit with the referees. Should be a good one.
Right, Jack, we see the captains for Seneca today. There's three captains: Colleen Kazokas, Catherine Swope, and Sydney Malave. And we don't have listed the captains, but if we can see their numbers, we'll be able to pass that on to you for the Cougars. Now, we mentioned earlier that both teams are coming in with both coaches saying that they're pretty pleased with their play so far, and if Cherry Hill can keep this game close, then it could possibly, like we said in the pregame, that it could be anybody's ball game.
And out there for the Seneca Golden Eagles, the captains, Colleen Kazokas, Catherine Swope, and Kaylee Talbot. And I believe they're all seniors. And with that, it's time to take it to our AXA Equitable Sideline Report, sponsored by AXA Equitable. AXA Equitable has been providing millions of customers with life insurance, annuities, and other needs-based products since 1859. AXA Equitable, be life confident. That number is 732-452-7275. Now let's take it to our sideline report with John Conlow. John?
Thanks, guys. Today I talked to Seneca's coach, and she said that their strength is speed, but they have a young getting used to playing with each other and each other. And Bradshaw has a concussion, And I also talked to Cherry Hill East coach, and she said what's good for them is they bring speed, but they're still getting used to the varsity level. And they have a good with goalkeeping, communication, and passing, competitive, and they're in the competitive conference, but they struggle with, they need to have more talking, and they need to have a little more game sense. And she said a player to watch is number 66, the goalkeeper. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, John. You know, John Conlow, only a sophomore over at Lenape High School. Thank you, John. And with that, it's almost time to start, as the referees have talked to the captains. They definitely want a nice, clean game out of this one.
Yeah, and Jack, we did find out that the captains for the Cougars are number 13, Brittany Strauss. She's a senior forward. Dana Walkman and Kelsey Kenneth.
Those are your captains for the Cougars, and with that, it's time to take it to our AXA Equitable keys to the game. AXA Equitable has been providing millions of customers with life insurance, annuities, and other needs-based products since 1859. AXA Equitable, be life confident, and once again, that number is 732-452-7275. Now let's take it to our keys, shall we? For Cherry Hill East, they're going to want to play with solid teamwork and communication, always vital in the game of field hockey.
Right, and especially they come out a little struggling out of the gate. So anytime to keep the game close. She mentioned solid goaltending along with the teamwork and communication is really important.
And, you know, Seneca's going to want to release the ball quickly, touch, a very important aspect.
Right, Coach Smith said that one of the weaknesses so far that she sees is that they hold on the ball a little bit too long. They want to see, she wants to see them getting rid of the ball for passes so they can possibly move it down the field, transition game, get a good scoring opportunity.
And in order to put the ball in the back of the net, they're both going to want to play for the possession of the ball.
And that's for sure. Almost any sport, possession is usually key, and it'll probably be the same way today.
And with that, that concludes our AXA Equitable keys to the game. And the starting lineups for Seneca, they'll put Colleen Kazokis, Catherine Swope, they're both captains. Samantha Durkas, Abigail Rain, I believe that's pronounced.
I believe it's pronounced Wren.
Wren.
Yes.
Wren. And Kate Taylor, they're both midfielders. And Erin Donnelly, Sydney Malave, as I was previously corrected, Casey Mitchell, Ashley Moore, Shannon Patagno, and Kaylee Talbot.
Right, and for the East, we have the starters, Shannon Reese, Brittany Strauss, Renee Powers, Olivia Mayo, Zoe Abrams, Elizabeth Angelucci, Dana Walkman, and starting goaltender is one of the captains, senior Kelsey Kenneth.
As we get a shot of the visiting Cherry Hill East Cougars.
And I think possibly we're one short on the starting lineup. Possibly could be Emily Moskowski. We'll verify that when we get a chance.
And the Golden Eagles on the season are 4-2. They just came off of a victory in overtime against Timber Creek. So definitely trying to build off of that momentum. As the Cherry Hill East Cougars move out of their huddle. Last season, the Golden Eagles were 4-14-4, wins, losses, and ties, respectively. Some of the strengths of the Seneca Golden Eagles is, as from our head coach, Julie Smith, believes we have, quote-unquote, we have more speed than we have had in the past years, and we are skilled, and they have strong stick work. Very vital in the game of field hockey to keep that handling at par with that of your opponent.
And Jack, we just got some confirmation from Coach Beth Sharp that other starters are Carolyn D'Alessandro, number 3, Danielle Dunoff, number 4, and I think we got them all.
As the Golden Eagles move out of their respective huddle, and we are almost ready for hockey here at Seneca High School. Running out to center field are the Cougars, as the starting lineups we previously read.
I know about a week or two ago we did a soccer game where the sun would come into play. I don't think we're going to have that today. Overcast, no threat of rain, although we did feel a few drops, and hopefully that's just a passing thing here.
As both number 13s for both teams, Kazokis as well as Brittany Strauss will be in the face-off dot to begin this one.
Cherry Hill East has opted to take the ball to start the game.
And we are underway here at Seneca High School. It's field hockey time and now handling, but it was quickly taken away. A stoppage of play, but East will retain. Loses it for a moment, but it's taken back by Kazokis. Kazokis met with a wall of defense there and another stoppage in play. It will remain in the hands of Seneca. Now dragging it along, risks a pass over. They're moving up the right side now. They've got a chance here, a shot in, oh, and it goes all the way to the left and all the way out of bounds.
Yeah, in that shot, she was pretty close to the goaltender, so it would have to be a perfect shot as we get time stopped here.
And on a fast break play like that, it's very difficult to develop good footing, as well as good ball possession there as it trickles all the way out to the center. As moving along with it, and Seneca regains possession after a stoppage in play. And a good steal there by number 5, Phoebe Millspaw, as it trickles out of bounds once more.
Yeah, number 3 there, Carolyn D'Alessandro, also was involved in interrupting the play of the Golden Eagles.
Erin Donnelly inbounds for the Golden Eagles as it finds its way out of bounds on account of Brittany Strauss of the Cherry Hill East Cougars. And Seneca will start on offense once more. Oh, maybe not, as it's taken right back. And a stoppage in play. It's East ball. Chips it along up front, but it's picked off easily by Seneca as a stringing pass to the left side. Collected and passed right back on the give and go. Trickles out to center. They've got a chance here if it doesn't get tangled up in a stick, and it does. And starting from the offensive key will be Seneca.
And that give and go is actually an overlap play from one of the midfielders, but it was a good setup and a great scoring opportunity for the Golden Eagles as we have a corner here.
Sends it out to the center. A big winding shot, but it finds its way on the stick of a defender, and it will find its way out of bounds. Stopping along with it now is East, as they will start again on offense as they did when the clock was at 30.
You see Erin Donnelly keeping it in, but East intercepted it. That's number 9, Shannon Rice, heading up.
Chips it up front for number 13, Brittany Strauss. Strauss moving on in. She'll try for the centering pass, but it's chipped away by the goalie. And now a stoppage in play. And she'll toss that one out.
And we saw the first set of good transition game there by the Cougars, getting down there and had a good scoring opportunity.
Very quick and very energetic from the beginning as Cherry Hill East has their first corner. And another shot will find its way on the stick of the defense. Another corner, I believe.
I believe we're getting another corner here. Yes, Jack.
Only this one a little further away as they'll start from the bottom left-hand corner. Starts up with it, moves past the defense. Oh, and it's Seneca possession now, as I believe that was a violation of the stick. Seneca moves along up with it, the right sideline, as they try to hug it there. But it will find its way in the possession of East as a big winding pass there will move out to center. Stopped, but tried to be regained by Seneca, and they will ultimately lose possession as...
I think the Cougars keep possession here, Jack.
And Seneca regains. They'll chip a pass up, and it's quickly intercepted. And a stoppage of play here. But moving quickly along with it will be Seneca's number 5, And I believe that's Kate Taylor. And a stoppage in play now, as Seneca will get a chance to take a few breathers, as a big pass fell right into the stick of Carolyn D'Alessandro. Chips it along up, and they'll try to get it out of their own defensive zone. That's Cherry Hill. Moving up quickly with it is Elizabeth Angelucci, as it's taken right back by Seneca. And now with it is Strauss, but she loses possession on the violation of the stick. And now it's Seneca ball, as it will move once again out of bounds. And a sliding pass there, quickly taken away by Seneca. They'll try to chip it out front, but it's taken right back by Cherry Hill. They try to move it in front of the crease. The shot! Oh, and it goes wide to the left side.
That was a great individual effort there by Carolyn D'Alessandro. A great scoring opportunity, just shot it wide.
Very good block by Olivia Mayo of the Cougars. But moving up with it ultimately is Samantha Durkis from the Golden Eagles. Oh, and she finds herself on her knees after that one. As a good clear attempt, but it will wind up right in Wren's possession. And Wren will chip it ahead. Oh, and a stoppage of play here. Seneca ball. Moving it very far ahead, but it's taken right back by East.
And then the Golden Eagles aren't wasting any time when it restarts, Jack. They're getting started right away after the whistle.
And taking it back to our equitable keys to the game, they are definitely fighting for possession in this one. And it's East ball, is carrying it for the inbound will be Olivia Mayo. She'll throw one ahead, but it's quickly stopped as turning around with it. Tangos with it. Good job of moving that one out of the defense's hands. But it's ultimately Eastern possession. Good stop, but East wastes no time as they have progressively moved the ball out to center. Now it's stopped by the cleat. A stoppage of play. Quickly resumes though. Pushes it upward to the right side. Chips it out for the centering pass. Dangles along with it. The shot and a blocker save. And now it stops. Play slows down as Seneca will take it back. Throwing a long one out, and that would be ultimately stopped. Now, very close to their own net are Seneca, and they're trying to get that one out.
And they just got a whistle interrupted that play. Goes back to the Golden Eagles quickly.
Kazokis will throw it to her offensive counterparts, who pass it tic-tac-toe, and now a 3-on-3 ensues for Seneca. And now a one-time attempt, chipping it around, and the pad will ultimately make the save. Kelsey Kniff in goal, class of 2015.
And we talked about the transition game again, and that was a quick transition all the way down, and had a great scoring opportunity for the Golden Eagles. Just shot a nice save anyway by the goalie.
Now inbounding it, she'll take it on by herself. Tries to chip it up, but it's quickly taken back by a very, very plentiful Cherry Hill East defense. Now stopping at center with it, trying to keep it in the hands of Seneca, is number 37 of the Golden Eagles.
It's Casey Mitchell. Yep.
Oh, and it appears as though Shannon Rice lost her stick, the sophomore, the freshman, excuse me. Wow, lots of young talent on this Cherry Hill East squad.
Right, and then you see some number 28 coming in for the Golden Eagles. That's Caitlin Birnbaum-Kaminsky. And it looks like Charlotte Montgomery for the Cougars ready to come in, along with number 30, Jessica Raffo for the Golden Eagles.
Malave loses possession, but it will be quickly recovered by Abigail Wren. And now it's all the way at the right side now. Trying to move along with it is Swope, the captain.
Danielle Dunoff coming off the Golden Eagles.
Chipping it ahead. Oh, and a shot kicked away. As East will regain possession. Cherry Hill East starts from their own zone. Chips it all the way to the side, and it's taken quickly back. And now it is East possession again. Hopefully this time this clearing attempt will be more successful for them.
Yeah, did get it out a little wider, but unfortunately went off an East player. And looks like number 17, Emily Mizgowski, is coming out, and Sydney Shepard going in for the Cougars.
And the golfing pass was taken back by Eastern. Some crafty play right there. Whiffs on the first pass, but connects on the second. Now up with it, goes right between the legs. Now moving up with it.
That's Brittany Strauss keeping control for the East.
But probably a little too far away from the net for her fancy as she decides to give up possession. Now pressuring from the defense, and that will result in Cherry Hill East possession. And now a slapping pass out to center. And they'll try to find an offensive player moving into the crease. Save. 2 saves in a row with the pad.
And it looks like East has a corner coming up here.
Charging down is the Seneca defense, but corralling it in their own zone, offensive zone, will be Eastern. As Cherry Hill East is the one to give up possession. And now charging up to get it is Birnbaum Kaminsky. And she throws it along, but it is taken back by number 40, Dana Walkman. Chips it ahead, but quickly taken back. Back and forth. Both teams turn the ball over. And ultimately it is East who chips it along. Now up the right side, golfing it for the pass, and a kick save. The goaltender for Seneca, Kaylee Talbot, is not having any of that. And a long clear all the way out to center for Seneca. Now trying to get the pass outlet to the left side of the offensive zone, unsuccessful. Throws it up and ahead, it's deflects off of number 5 for the Seneca Golden Eagles, Kate Taylor.
In the last few minutes here, Jack, Cougars had a lot of possession, a lot of great scoring opportunity, but we still stay scoreless. Coming up around 18 and a half left in the first half.
Lifts it ahead on the pass. But chipping it up now will be Sydney Malave. And the Golden Eagles will lose possession, and the ball trickles all the way back. And this will be the inbound for the Cherry Hill East Cougars. They'll start again on offense, and it seems as though they've had the better in offensive possession so far. But they ultimately lose it.
And looks like number 5 for the Cougars, Phoebe Millspaws, gets into the game. Number 13, Colleen Kazokas, gets back into the game for Seneca.
Trying to drag it along together, but unsuccessful there. Tries to chip it ahead, unsuccessful again. Wren has it, And she'll slap one all the way up. But it's quickly stolen by Cherry Hill East, and they'll charge up with it.
Aaron Donnelly getting back into the game for the Cougars, for Golden Eagles.
Illegal contact here, and another illegal contact, and now East will get a chance to catch their breath, and Carolyn D'Alessandro will inbound. Another stoppage here. Moving in there is Brittany Strauss, who loses possession. Seneca will start from their very own defensive zone.
Jack, when that stoppage, number 11, Samantha Durkis, gets into the game for Seneca.
Now dragging it back to avoid the offensive players. Donnelly tries to move along with it. And it will remain, I believe, in the zone. But this time it's East ball. Is that a corner?
No, I believe it is.
Multiple corners in this latest sequence for Cherry Hill East.
Yeah, they're just going to place a corner on this side of the field.
And the play called. Tangos did a shot! And it goes off of a defender in front, off of a deflection. As Seneca will flick it on ahead. As moving way past center now. Moving it to the center of the offensive zone. Good defensive play there, though. As a stoppage of play will grant the Cherry Hill East Cougars possession.
All right, we're just ready to say that Seneca was looking to change the momentum a little
bit.
bit.
A good steal there. Trying to dance around the defense. But it is still a very successful play as Seneca will gain offensive possession.
Yeah, it looks like another corner.
Taking the corner will be number 33, Catherine Swope, the captain. Now at the key. A pass out there, a shot! It's in! They score!
Nice setup.
Seneca scores!
It looked like a deflection here, Jack. I don't know if we'll get a chance to see a replay of it.
Great offensive communication there by the Golden Eagles. And let's take a look at our Cherry Hill Nissan replay. I'm a little too excited there of that last goal. Cherry Hill Nissan on the web at www.cherryhillnissan.com.
It looks like we just caught the tail end of it. Jack, was difficult to see who. I'm sure it was touched before it was went into the net. If we can get some verification on that goal score, we'll certainly pass it along to you. I know we had a problem with that last week with the girls' game. Lenape and Shawnee gets all bottled up in front of the net. It's very difficult to see it, but as soon as we get some confirmation, we'll pass that along to you. In any case, Golden Eagles go up 1-0 with a little less than 13 minutes left in the first half.
Well, as we saw from our replay, the ball hit the net, the back of the net, very hard. So I would not be surprised if someone was involved with a deflection there. And with that, it's time to take it to our safe driving trivia question of the game, presented by the Heads Up, Eyes Forward campaign of LDTV. And the trivia question is, drivers in their 20s make up what percent of the distracted drivers in fatal crashes? Is it A, 27%, B, 44%, C, 50%, or D, 54%?
I'm going to take a guess and say D.
D, 54%. That's the biggest answer, and we will have the answer soon.
Of course, with the stoppage here, we like to mention the coaching staff for Seneca is Julie Smith. Assistant coaches Ellen Wren, Dane Reed, Karen Seaver, and Nancy McHale. And for the Cougars, I have head coach Beth Sharp. And unfortunately, we do not have any of the assistants named. If we find that out, we'll pass that along.
And if you're just tuning in now, this is LDTV Sports coverage of the Seneca Golden Eagles and the Cherry Hill East Cougars in varsity field hockey action. It's Jack Watson and Joe Malagrana, play-by-play and color commentary respectively, with John Conlow as our sideline reporter. And now Cherry Hill East will start with it, and they look aggressive coming out of the gates. They do not want to waste any time here in this first half. A stoppage here, but they will retain possession. As putting it up there will be the Cougars, as retaining possession is Strauss. Strauss tries for a big shot there, but nothing doing, as a poke check will keep that out of the possession of Cherry Hill East. Seneca inbounds, but Cherry Hill East takes it right back. And now a wrist pass there, and a whistle to follow. Strauss hands the ball off to her teammate. I believe that's number 14 of the Cougars, Renee Powers. She alternates between the midfielder and back position, obviously on offense here. As flicking it up for the corner. Corrals it inside. Moving it to the center. It goes between the legs. Score! Cherry Hill East ties it up right where the mama keeps the peanut butter. Top shelf, left-hand side. You better believe it.
And it looked like a kind of a knuckleball. Again, it was difficult to see who scored on that. We'll pass that on, but I don't think it was a hard shot, kind of a misdirection, and it might have turned the goalie off her game, and results in tying up this game.
And now let's take a look at our Cherry Hill Nissan replay of that one.
I think we're back live. Oh, here we got the replay here on the corner.
Right on there in front. Good passing, good detection there by those teammates.
And we're back live. If we get that replay set up, we'll pass it along on that goal.
And passing it along, met by very heavy defense. No one there on the right side to pass to for Cherry Hill East. But they still retain possession at the front. And now a good stop, but it is a stoppage in play. And I believe this is a corner.
Yeah, we've been here before, and both teams had numerous amount of corners. And I'm sure Cherry Hill looking to put the go-ahead goal in right here.
Powers takes the corner again. It seemed to work last time for the Cougars.
As Abby Wren, number 17, goes back into the game.
And whiffing on that shot. But Cherry Hill East still with it. A big shot, and it goes wide to the right.
Charlotte, that's your ball, right?
Out of bounds. And Seneca will take it right back.
And Seneca's looking to increase their transition game here, interrupt the offensive explosion the last few minutes from the Cougars. But the East defense has nothing to do with it.
And you know, the first few minutes, or first few 15 minutes, in our case, of the game, you're going to want to detect your team's offensive prowess. And speaking of offensive prowess, we've got a chance here, but kicked away. Tries to keep it down, and that's Seneca. And now moving in on goal. Tries to swipe it out for the center, but could not do it. She finally gets it. A one-time attempt, but kicked away. Seneca still with it, a shot, and it goes off a defender in front. The attempt at a long clear ends up being short as Seneca tries for it, and I believe on the backhand violation, Cherry Hill East will get possession. a little under 9 minutes to go in this first half. And boy, do we have lots of chances going on here.
Yeah, a lot of fast and furious action on both ends, Jack. And as you see, Golden Eagles going to restart real quick again, trying to keep the momentum down in that defensive territory of the Cougars. It's a fine played game so far of both teams.
At a stoppage of play, and taking it will be number 24 of the Seneca varsity roster. That's Sydney Malave. Oh, and stoppage of play here. A corner. Yes, it's a corner kick. Well, not necessarily a kick in this one.
Corner flick.
Corner flick. Wow.
How's that sound?
Oh, that's crafty.
I'm learning on the go here like you, Jack.
I guess after all this soccer action, we turn to field hockey, and the words become a little bit similar. Stops with it, but quickly regaining possession, and now a centering attempt. It goes off a defender and deflects high.
Probably call for the air ball, a little dangerous there, and it'll go back to Seneca on a corner.
Swope will take the corner from the left side of the offensive zone. She'll grip it and pass it out to the key for a big shot that deflects out in front.
Looking for that deflection like they had on the first goal, but it was stopped by the Cherry Hill East defense as number 9 Shannon Rice gets back into the game for the Cougars.
Now moving up with it where all the players are, but with some heavy defense. Tries for the center, but it's expertly blocked. But it will result in a stop.
Just under 9 minutes, first half, all tied up at 1.
Now up and around with it, another stoppage. Seneca still with it. Placing it down will be Kate Taylor, number 5. The midfielder has the ball stripped from her and cleared away. But I believe it is Seneca. No, Cherry Hill East who takes it back.
Back and forth action.
Slaps it out in front, and a good connecting pass there. Tries to move it ahead of the defense, taken quickly back, but aggressively takes it behind. Oh, stopped by the defense, and a kick save.
Number 4, Danielle Dunoff gets into the game now for the Cougars, as number 2, Charlotte Montgomery, comes out.
Donnelly passes it for the big attempt out in front. And now it's Cherry Hill East. Seneca with it though, and not able to connect on that pass. The defense will have to clean up after that one as Donnelly will swipe away at it until it is finally taken back. Just barely misses the out-of-bounds marker. As East with it now as the clock winds down to 5 minutes and change in this first half. 1-1 score here at Seneca High School. Cherry Hill East in their road red uniforms and Seneca in their home whites. So Cherry Hill East takes it back. Fights for it by putting her stick on the ground as a good defensive play.
So we're going to get a trip there.
Cherry Hill East with it though, as moving it out in front. Stopped very quickly. Oh, and I believe that's a tripping now on Cherry Hill East. Malave will be the one to attempt the clear, but it's quickly taken by Cherry Hill East.
Number 34, Zoe Abrams, going in for the Cougars, as number 5, Phoebe Millspaw, come out.
Malave stops with it, and play will stop with it. Now is trying to catch people sleeping, but play stops. Now golfs it out in an attempt to clear, but taking it on the ground will not work for Seneca, but Malave's attempt will. As she puts it out front, and it's taken all the way back, and a big hack at it by Kizokis, who still cannot get it out of the possession of Cherry Hill East. 3.5 minutes to go to try to get an offensive attempt for either side, as regaining possession will be Seneca, as they will move up on offense, despite it being heavily fought for by 2 defenders on Cherry Hill East. Now aggressively trying to poke check is Seneca, and they will be unsuccessful, as taking it to the bottom left corner. And now another stop.
That was senior Shannon Patagno trying to keep it in for the Golden Eagles. So a set of triplets on Seneca's team.
Backing up with it and preparing to try to start something up. Drags it along, and with a short pass it will go over the stick of the Seneca offense, and quickly taken back by Malave. Play stops. The midfielders for Seneca will move up as well. And a stoppage of play. I believe the ball went a little too high there, but quickly resumes.
Yeah, Malave's flying by, keeping control. Trying to keep control here as Cougars intercept.
And when you're this low in the offensive zone, you're definitely going to want to look for the deflection out of bounds off of an opponent's stick, so you can regain your composure.
Right. And we talked about the possession, time of possession as one of the keys of the game, and right now it's like 50-50. That's probably why we're 1-1 right here.
Two players chase after it, but it will be the Seneca one to conclude. Now spinning around, and a stick violation. Cherry Hill East ball. Under 1:30 remaining in the first.
Cougars get it right back, or excuse me, Golden Eagles get it right back, but back and forth action again.
And despite all the efforts to get it out by Cherry Hill East, it will be retained. Oh no, an interception here. Staying back now are the midfielders, as they don't want to let up any under a minute goals, and that is exactly what we are here in the first half, under a minute.
Oh, we got 2-on-1 here.
A 2-on-1, the shot, kick, save. And now tries for the centering pass, but it's a little too far, as Wren will be the one to recover for the Golden Eagles.
Looks like probably a obstruction or a push. So the Golden Eagles will have an opportunity with not much time here.
Dances around for the center, and it bounces a little too high for the reach of the offense. Now dragging it up on the long clear. And the air horn signals the end of the first half. So we've got a tie ball game here, anyone's game, as the Seneca Golden Eagles are tied with the Cherry Hill East Cougars 1-1.
Well, Jack, we said in the pregame, if the Cougars can keep it close, it's anybody's ball game, and boy, have they kept it close as we go into halftime with it all tied up. And we just mentioned it with time of possession. I don't see an edge on either team at this point.
No edge on either side. Equal chances pretty much for both squads, as the Cherry Hill East Cougars have the Seneca Golden Eagles tied, as they are the road team here on LDTV Sports. We'll be right back after these messages.
Today's game on LDTV Sports, sponsored by Deborah Heart and Lung Center, where experience matters. 800-555-1990. www.deborah.org. Cherry Hill Nissan, home of the friendly Nissan Giant. On the web at cherryhillnissan.com. Philadelphia Wholesale Produce Market. All the best, all right here. 215-336-3003. Or on the web at www.pwpm.net. Comegno Law Group, specializing in general and special education law, representing individuals, families, public boards of education, and independent schools. 888-313-IDEA or ComegnoLaw.com.
Wilmore School of Gymnastics, where every child is special. In Mount Laurel, 856-234-5292. And in Medford, 609-654-9337. Medford Village Car Care, serving the area's car care needs for 30 years. Located at 11 North Main Street in Medford, 609-654-4023.
For information on how your business can become a sponsor of LDTV Sports, contact Joe Malagrana, LDTV Underwriting Manager, at 609-268-2000, extension 8680, or by email jmalagrana@lrhsd.org.
Now there's a drug available all across America.
Ecstasy changed my life.
Ecstasy is not for everyone. In fact, it's not for anyone. New studies show that ecstasy is toxic to the body. Side effects may include depression, severe anxiety, hypertension, heat stroke, seizures, heart attacks, liver damage, kidney or cardiovascular system failure, worried parents, loss of friends, isolation, emptiness.
Ecstasy changed my whole life.
Ask your doctor and see why ecstasy isn't right for you.
Welcome back to our LDTV Sports telecast of the Cherry Hill East Cougars and the Seneca Golden Eagles. We're at the start of the second half of varsity field hockey action. We're tied at 1.
Jack, we had confirmation on the goals. For Seneca, it was Katie Swope, assisted by Colleen Kasokis, and for the Cougars, it was Elizabeth Angelucci. And we wanted to make a correction. Playing goalie for today for Seneca is Gianna Patagno.
So, both squads switch sides, and we are back. Action resumes here at Seneca High School with a change in possession from the original suitors. And now she'll dance along with it, but it's quickly met with some defense. And now Seneca will rapidly regain possession. Tosses it out to the side. That left corner has always been a working place for the Seneca Golden Eagles, as we saw last half.
And they're going to get a corner, and I'm sure Coach Smith told their girls at halftime, we need a quicker start to begin the second half, and certainly they got it, opening up with a corner.
And you know, Seneca absolutely thrives off the corner, as we've seen from their previous offensive endeavors. And now a trickling shot, score! The first of the half.
I don't know if that came off of the stick of number 5. I don't know if it was deflected in front, but right now we're giving it to Katie Taylor. We'll see if we can pick it up on the replay, Jack.
Our Cherry Hill Nissan replay on the web at www.cherryhillnissan.com.
Looks like we're back live. Or no, here's a goal right here. I don't know if 17 got a... no, that was Cherry Hill East defense. Right now, it looks like number 5, Katie Taylor, on the goal, and they're really flying now.
And now another offensive chance, perhaps a little too far to the right, as the second half starts off with a bang, as the Golden Eagles take a 2-1 lead. Another corner for the Golden Eagles. They'll slap it on out. Collected by the midfielders. They'll pass it along. A good block, though.
Let's go, Marco! Let's go, sticks down, Marco!
That does result in another corner for Seneca.
Shannon, you should drop it, Mark. Let's go.
It looks like they'll take it from the sideline.
Okay, we were blocked there.
As Taylor will pass it out to center, but quickly won back by Cherry Hill East.
Looks like we're going to get another corner, though. It looks confusing. We see the players go back, but the defense has to go back. And another corner for the Golden Eagles right here.
Backs up with it and hits it along. Looking for the deflection out in front, but stopped on the pad save. And quickly stolen back. A poke check. Fighting over possession, and now a drive goes out in front and moves its way out of bounds. Cherry Hill East will be the ones to clear on this one as it trickles out of bounds and will be taken by Seneca.
It's number 19, Ashley Moore, starting a restart here.
Whiffed on the reception, but quickly moves it back out to center. And on a long pass, it finds its way on the stick of Samantha Durkis. Fighting for it out front. A wind-up score!
Oh, and that was number 33 on, again, the second goal, I believe, by Catherine Swope, with a fine setup from Samantha Durkis.
An Ovechkin-like one-timer from Swope as she makes it 3-1 Golden Eagles. Starting off with possession after that big goal will be Cherry Hill East.
And Cherry Hill East is looking for anything to interrupt their momentum right now, because the Golden Eagles have their foot full throttle right now.
Throws it along out front, though, and Seneca back on offense yet again. But in rapid fashion is stolen back.
All right, nice interruption there by Olivia Mayo, number 20 for the Cougars, and they're going to keep possession of the ball here.
Tried to drag it along around the defense, but stolen and brought away. And now with it is Taylor. And she'll take it right back as not even 5 minutes have gone by.
All right, I'm going to call on the air ball there. As number 2, Charlotte Montgomery's looking to get into the game. Next stoppage for Cherry Hill.
Quickly stolen away. And now Carolyn D'Alessandro will be the one to take this stoppage of play. And now a long pass. Tape to tape parallel here. And it's a corner.
And this is a big play here, because Cherry Hill East can get into this 2-goal lead here. Still got plenty of time in the second half. Looking for some momentum change here.
Big attempt to invite themselves back into this one. The Cougars line up. Stops it out in front. A shot! And it goes off the post. Looking for the deflection out in front. Oh, and it trickles out. As she brings it out along to center.
Dana Walkman interrupted that play, but unfortunately I believe there was a whistle, gives it right back to the Golden Eagles.
And a slapper away. She's open. All she has to do is beat the defense. Stops out with it, though, as a good job of moving around him was Dana Wackman. Stopping with it, just barely keeping it in bounds now. Oh, and it will find its way out.
Might almost hugged it on the line, but just went over. So Cheryl East is passing it inside in the middle.
And a big windup. And that will be met out front. One-on-one. Good defensive play. Now fighting over it. Deflects it out. And it will be cleared all the way by Seneca. Good defensive work there.
Yeah, so it's off the foot there, so Golden Eagles is going to keep possession here. Boy, that was like a rugby scrum in front of the net there.
Oh, you better believe it after all those offensive players wanted to get their team back into the
wide
game.
open.
And a shot! It went out of bounds.
We're going to get another corner, but I think that was number 13, Colin Kasokis, couldn't get that, I almost said the puck, almost the ball to settle down and get a good shot off.
Well, I couldn't blame you. It's high-scoring ice hockey-like action.
Absolutely.
On the field hockey turf.
Another whistle gives possession, keeps possession for the Golden Eagles.
Drags it along out in front. She'll fall down. Cherry Hill East gains possession. It will find its way back into the defense of Seneca until it's shipped along for the midfielder, Wren. It's out of bounds again, as picking it up and preparing for the inbound is Cherry Hill East. Multiple defenders for the Cougars will take it around. Another stoppage will clear the defense of Seneca, though. And a good job of slowing down play so far.
Get another quick restart for the Cougars, but intercepted by Sydney Malave.
Tries for a very short pass, but it's quickly taken by Seneca. Passes it up the left side. A big windup takes a chunk out of the dirt, but it will be retained. Out in front, they've still got possession. And both teams hacking away at it.
Right, and that was a high shot, so I don't know if the goalie made the save or hit a defender on that. It was kind of tough to tell, but in any case, it's a big stoppage there for Cherry Hill East.
And Seneca will start all the way back with it. 10 minutes are shaved off the clock here. Seneca is up 3-1, a big change from the 1-1 tie we had just 10 minutes ago.
And number 21, Elizabeth Hagmeyer goes in for the Golden Eagles.
Cherry Hill East still awaiting a substitution.
Yeah, East is looking to get Phoebe Millspell and Shannon Reese back in the game. The next stoppage.
A little bit of shoving out there, that will result in a violation.
Okay, Danielle Dunoff does get into the game, as does Phoebe Millspell.
A big swing will end up on the stick of Malave, as she will give her Golden Eagles another chance on offense. Taken back, though, by East. As I always have trouble with this name, D'Alessandro will take it back. You gotta help me out with those Italian names,
No,
Joe.
I gave you a tutorial last week. I expected no problem this week, pal. You're doing a fine job. Break here by number 1. That's Brooke Patagno. Oh, equally impressive defensive play by the Cougars.
It's out there now. As heading it, near the bench of the Seneca Golden Eagles field hockey squad. But it will be inbounded by Seneca as well. Golfed out to center. But it will be moved in the shadow of the right side by Malave, who corrals it and moves it ahead. It's Kazokis now, who moves past not one but two defenders and is finally stopped by the third. As the Cherry Hill East defense gets another chance. The Golden Eagles will start back on defense, though.
Number 11, Samantha Durgis, gets back into the game for the Golden Eagles.
Tried to stop that long pass, but it will be taken back, and now a stop. "17 minutes to go in regulation time here at Seneca High School. The Golden Eagles 3 and the Cougars 1 here on LDTV Sports. Now a quick stoppage. She'll try to move it ahead into her own offensive zone, but Seneca again takes possession. Kazokis charges after it for Seneca, and she's going to be the one to get it as she dekes around two defensive players. Gets it out to center on a good play, trying to chip it along to the left side, but nothing doing there. Charging up with it now is Cherry Hill East. And a trip, I believe, will be called. White ball, the refs call out, as the Seneca Golden Eagles in their home white uniforms will take it around back. And Malave charging up with it, and a big high kick save.
Yeah, we were in a great angle there. Had the low left corner ticketed, but kicked out by goalie Kelsey Kenneth.
Chipped along to number 21, the new arrival, Elizabeth Hagmeyer. Throws it out to the left side, where it is corralled by Cherry Hill East. A whistle here will result in both teams taking a breather. A good move there. Setting up for the shot, though. It'll end up in center, just where they want it, though. Stops with it, a good steal. Now trying for the one-time pass, quickly stolen away.
And that was number 11, Samantha Durkis, that had a lot of possession time on that offensive opportunity.
Now up and around with it, slapping it ahead.
Renee Powers putting it in for Cherry Hill East. But there's that Malave girl again. She's been a big factor in the center of the field.
Now it appears as though they've switched her to midfielder. She's usually a back according to our score sheet. Proving to be a very dangerous asset, though, as many chances are the result of her offensive opportunities. Now Johnson, the junior, drags it along up front. But quickly taken back, and now they will begin the long trip, the Seneca Golden Eagles, back up to the offensive zone. And now
Well, they have numbers.
2-0, Chance. She'll take it on her own, a kick save. Great stop by Kniff. And now a shot, score on the one-timer. Chance after chance after chance, and it results in the 4th Seneca Golden Eagles goal.
Now they just kept on pressure after a fantastic save.
And now let's take a look at our Cherry Hill Nissan replay of that one on the web at www.cherryhillnissan.com. Oh, wow. What a play there. Great feed by number 33, Catherine Swope. Great assist there.
And we'll try to get verification on the Seneca 2nd goal and the 4th goal.
And now a timeout called by both squads. They will trot on out. And now let's take it back to our safe driving trivia question of the game. And that question was, drivers in their 20s make up what % of the distracted drivers in fatal crashes? Let's take a look at that answer, shall we? It's A, 27%. If you'd like to learn more about the Heads Up, Eyes Forward campaign, like us on Facebook. Just search for Heads Up, Eyes Forward. And if you'd like to know more about the campaign, go to www.lrhsd.org/heads-up. An interesting statistic indeed, as our teen drivers who have just acquired their licenses or have had them for about a year or so will definitely want to look out for that. And if you'd like to catch our next game here on LDTV Sports, it's going to be varsity volleyball action at Shawnee High School. The Lenape Indians will take on the Shawnee Renegades in varsity volleyball action. For a full schedule of our LDTV Sports broadcasts, visit www.lrhsd.org/LDTV.
Jack, we just got confirmation on the Seneca's 2nd goal was definitely Katie Taylor, assisted by Katie Swope, and the 4th goal was Jess Raffo, also assisted by Katie Swope. So we have a 4-1 lead. Now we mentioned possession time was pretty much even at halftime for the first half before we went into halftime, but it certainly changed after the beginning of the second half. The majority of the possession is going with the Cold.
And if you'd like to purchase a copy of this Seneca Golden Eagles and Cherry Hill East Cougars matchup, please visit www.lrhsd.org/LDTV copies. And with that, we'll resume action at center. Oh, and Seneca takes it right back, as that will be number 11, Samantha Durkis. She'll get the pass out, but ultimately stolen.
Jack, from the Cougars standpoint, the next goal has to be the Cougars.
That's right, if they ever want to get back into this one. And there's certainly plenty of time, just under 13 minutes to go in regulation.
Right, it's not that they haven't had scoring opportunities. They have. It's just that the second half, most of the possession and control of the game went to the Golden Eagles.
And speaking of scoring opportunities, Cherry Hill East just had one right there, but it's quickly broken up. It's on the tape of number 20, Olivia Mayo. Mayo will get it to D'Alessandro. Seneca back with it. They'll drive it along, and it will move to the left side, where the defense will collect. Chips it up for Seneca possession, though, as Seneca has numbers once more in their offensive zone. A whistle here. Seneca's offense will set themselves up. Oh, and a fancy deke right there. Moves right past. Chips it along out front, and a shot that will go wide off of the deflection. Now it's at the center again, but quickly moved away by this Cherry Hill East defense. And just barely hugging the out-of-bounds markers. It will move out to center in a no man's land where it was quickly recovered by Seneca. D'Alessandro on the give. Now dragging it along will be Strauss, who gives it up to her offensive counterpart. Trying to dig in there for the big pass. Could not go, though. As now the Golden Eagles will charge back up. They'll go for a more centered approach, though. Unsuccessful there.
Looks like Wren's getting back into the game, number 17 for the Golden Eagles. And the Golden Eagles, the last 10 minutes or so, their transition game has been phenomenal.
Very good, very quick as well, especially late in the game. You'd have to think some of their players are fatigued, but there has been lots of offense, let me tell you, in this second half. Now at center with it is Sydney Malave. She'll move right past the defense there.
Have some numbers
practically
up front.
Untouched.
Yeah. Restart, Golden Eagles keeps possession.
Now swinging it around for a pass. Stolen away, though, as the one-person effort apparently isn't enough. Still try for the long give, but it's taken by the Cougars, as they'll muscle it forward. Play stopped. A new player tries to take this stoppage of play, but unfortunately for her, it is quickly taken away by Catherine Swope. 2 big assists in this half already. Now with it in close, nothing doing there. Seemingly, as I believe this will result in a Seneca corner.
And it looks like Charlotte Montgomery for Cherry Hill East is back in the game.
The team who is in the lead gets yet another corner. And a big slapper goes very high, looking for the deflection out in front, I would assume. A poke check, though, and they will set back up from the corner position.
Also during that stoppage, I believe number 39, Caitlin Dever, went in for the Golden Eagles as our goal scorer. One of our goal scorers, Katie Taylor, number 5, back in the game.
A big slapper and a kick save. And now a slow wrister will catch the stick of the Cherry Hill East Cougars. Slamming into one another, and Cherry Hill East will finally get the ball back. Just under 8 minutes to go in the second half. Seneca now has a commanding 4-1 lead. Stops along with it in her own defensive zone. And now they've got 5 up front. Malave takes it back, though, as she whiffs on the first one. Removed from her possession, though, by the stoppage of play. D'Alessandro will slap one away, but rapidly it will be taken back as Swope is the one to poke check it away from the possession of 2 defenders, and now it trickles away on the right side. Looking for someone out there to center, can't find anyone, though.
And that was Samantha Durkis who set up one of the goals as Golden Eagles trying to get Kimberly Barber into the game, number 25. Yet another corner for Golden Eagles.
Swope will be the one to swoop it in this time.
Now you got some fans there. You got to chuckle out of that one, Jack.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
And a goal! Score! 5-1 Seneca Golden Eagles. You better believe it, ladies and gentlemen. And a big chance out front results in a 4 You're reading the scoreboard right. 4 goal lead for the Golden Eagles. Certainly a potent second half offensive effort.
Yeah, that's for sure. As Kimberly Barber did get in for the Golden Eagles, and a wholesale changes for Cherry Hill East.
It will find its way, though, very far away from all the action. As dragging it along in a way, Dana Walkman trying on the attempt. And now kicked away. She'll have none of that. Except for this offensive opportunity. It's shot and another kick save. Now moving along with it. Stopped though, and East will take it, number 14, Renee Powers. She'll slap it parallel, but quickly removed from Cherry Hill East possession now. Corralled in their own defensive zone, hitting it away. No one's there except for this brave Phoebe Millspaw, I believe it's pronounced. And hits it to the right side corner, where it will shave more time off of this quickly dwindling clock, as we are under 5 minutes in regulation time.
And Jack, we just got confirmation that 5th goal was number 11, Sam Durkis. No assist, unassisted.
One woman effort there. Durkis, only a freshman, alternates between forward and midfielder.
And the goal scorer is coming out of the game right now for number 1, Brooke Patagno.
Charging up on offense, out of position now, swinging around for the shot. And quickly stopped, as the whistle will prevent anything from happening there. 4 minutes and change to go. Seneca has pulled away with a commanding 5-1 lead, and now it could be 6-1 here.
Oh,
not
great
to be.
Save.
Good side-to-side action there.
Tic-tac-toe play, but equally impressive defensive play by the Cougars goaltender right there.
Now chips it away for the turnover. And a good shuffle there to move away. Stops it along now, and Renee Powers, as per the wish of the coach, will take this one. Oh, and quickly stolen away by Patagno.
Oh, dangerous play there. It's going to go back to Cougars.
Cherry Hill East starts up as a little over 3 minutes remain in the second half. And Strauss will pass up for Dunoff. Dunoff with it, quickly stolen away by Aaron Donnelly. And pushes it on ahead now. A whistle stops it though, as recollecting on offense will be the Seneca Golden Eagles. Moving around with it in a pretty good job, but is halted. Erin Donnelly with it, as she'll golf it along for her offensive counterpart, but it will find its way out of bounds. Just under 2 minutes to go. as Cherry Hill East will begin the long trot back into their offensive zone. It's quickly stolen back now. Can they get a chance with just under 2 minutes to go is the question here. A whistle now.
You see number 33, Katie Swoop, going back in. The captain has 2 goals and 2 assists today. Just finishing out the game.
And now a good steal. And she'll clear it very long and very close to the sideline at that.
A 2-on-1 here, Jack. Oh, great play. That's number 20, Olivia Mayo, breaks that play up.
Still not letting up are the Golden Eagles, despite there being less than a minute to go and being up by 4 goals. You gotta love the effort being put in by these girls. Now tries to swing around to the center. Nothing doing there, as it will be taken at the top of the key. And a good defensive effort by Cherry Hill East as they will try to charge up to their offensive zone. Play stopped though, as Ashley Moore and the air horn sounds the end of this one. So a valiant second half offensive effort fought by the Seneca Golden Eagles varsity field hockey roster as they take this one in style. It's 5-1, the final score.
Yeah, the tale of 2 halves there, Jack. As I said, we ended the first one at 1-1 as we see the results there. Seneca now 5-2 with a 5-1 victory, and the Cougars fall to 1-5.
And that is how 60 minutes of field hockey concludes. And with that, I'd like to thank all of the impressive efforts put forth by our LDTV Sports crew. And that crew is Cameron Gimbel, Nicholas Trendler, Zach Evans, Kayla Daria, Eliza Sweet, Ryan Hackney, Sean Diamond, John DeSantis, Lance Eckstein, Tim Durkis, Justin O'Donnell, Adam Derengowski, Melissa Cheeseman, Kristen Protosky, and of course, your play-by-play and color announcers Jack Watson and Joe Malagrana with our sideline reporter John Conlow. With that, we'd like to throw to our sponsors. We'll be right back with our play and player of the game.
Today's game on LDTV Sports, sponsored by Deborah Heart and Lung Center, where experience matters. 800-555-1990. www.deborah.org. Cherry Hill Nissan, home of the friendly Nissan Giant. On the web at cherryhillnissan.com. Philadelphia Wholesale Produce Market. All the best, all right here. 215-336-3003. Or on the web at www.pwpm.net. Comegno Law Group, specializing in general and special education law, representing individuals, families, public boards of education, and independent schools. 888-313-IDEA or ComegnoLaw.com.
Wilmore School of Gymnastics, where every child is special. In Mount Laurel, 856-234-5292. And in Medford, 609-654-9337. Medford Village Car Care, serving the area's car care needs for 30 years. Located at 11 North Main Street in Medford, 609-654-4023.
For information on how your business can become a sponsor of LDTV Sports, contact Joe Malagrana, LDTV Underwriting Manager, at 609-268-2000, extension 8680, or by email jmalagrana@lrhsd.org. Connect with the Lenape Regional High School District highlights page on Facebook to see outstanding achievements of our students and staff. Just type LRHSD highlights, hit like, and you'll get the latest updates on achievements in academics, extracurricular activities, community service, and athletics from all 4 of the Lenape District's high schools. From success in the classroom, to volunteering in the community, to milestones on the court, there's a lot to like with the Lenape Regional High School District Highlights page. Throughout our lives, we are all influenced by teachers. Some make an impact so great that it stays with us forever. The Lenape Regional High School District is proud to honor teachers that have made a lasting impression on those they educate.
Dear Mr. Hessler, I was a student in your sophomore chemistry class. You taught it in such a way that it made it seem so easy. The next year, even though you were just my homeroom teacher, you always made time to help me with physics. I thought physics was the hardest subject ever until you taught me it. This is when I realized what an amazing teacher you really are. You truly are an inspirational and wonderful teacher. Thanks again, Rachel Lindenmuth Zucker, Lenape High School, 1995.
Welcome back to Seneca High School, where we just watched the Seneca Golden Eagles improve to 5-2 as they take this one with a valiant second half effort. They win 5-1. The Cougars, however, drop to 1-5. And now it's time to take it to our All-State in Good Hands play of the game, sponsored by Michael McDyer, CLTC. That number is 609-654-1426 or Michael McDyer at allstate.com. Allstate, you're in good hands. And now let's take a look at that play, shall we? Lots of good ones in this one.
It looked like one of the goals there. That might have been the first goal.
Oh,
it was the game-winning goal, and that was the 5th goal by. That was the 2nd goal, I guess, with by Katie Taylor.
Big drive from the point.
Right, and assisted by Katie Swope.
And now it's time to take it to our Reconstructive Orthopedics player of the game at 1-800-896-RECON or on the web at www.reconstructiveortho.com. Now let's send it down to John Conlow with our player of the game. John?
Guys, I'm with the player of the game, number 24, Sydney. So, Sydney, you guys won 5-1. What was your feeling on that?
Well, I think that in the beginning of the game, we were maybe we weren't playing our best. Our intensity was a little bit down. But after halftime, our coach really fired us up. Our coach, head coach Mrs. Smith, really fired us up, and it really brought us back and snapped us back into the game. And we really put forth our all, and we came back and we really won the game. And I think that we did really well.
So today you played all around. How do you think you did on defense, since you got a lot of turnovers and things?
Well, I think I did pretty well. I was, really hustling to the ball and stuff like that. But I really wanted to give my 110% to the team, so I really just gave myself to the team today and really put forth my all.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Back to you guys in the booth.
Thank you very much, John, and a good job on defense by Ms. Malave.
And not only did she do a great job on defense, but a lot of those scoring opportunities happens in the middle of the field with turnovers and possession. And she was we called her name all day. So that was a great choice for the player of the game.
Absolutely, a great job thriving at that defensive position as well as that midfielder-esque position, as the Seneca Golden Eagles defeat the Cherry Hill East Cougars 5-1. They hand the Cougars their 5th loss of the season, and that's all she wrote here at LDTV Sports. For Joe Malagrana, John Conlow, and everyone who worked on the crew in the LDTV truck and on the cameras, I'm Jack Watson. Thanks for tuning in.
This program was produced by Lenape District Television.
Do you have a plan to increase security in places like that?
The district has up-to-date and well-tested emergency response plans.
12 seconds, man.